10 toes down, I'm not feeling it. Say you got my back, I'm not feeling it. Say you fucking solid, I'm not feeling it. Say you 10 toes down, I'm not feeling it. Say you 10 toes down, I'm not feeling it. Say you got my back, I'm not feeling it. Say you fucking solid, I'm...
So anyways, I used to watch Katt Williams stand up back in the day, right? I watched some of the other people he talked about. I will tell you this, Katt Williams has always been a person who would speak truth, even if it makes people uncomfortable, through laughter. And he uses his jokes to marginalize the impact of the statements that he made or makes. So a lot of times that's why people say all jokes contain true shit, because they do. So when you listen to these niggas that be talking, they may button it up as a joke and laugh and kiki about it, but it's some truth to what they're saying. So even though he's a comedian, he has a serious side to him. If you ever listen to his comedy, he actually talks about the real issues. So talk.
Me, you know what I'm saying, not gonna lie, I never really watched his stand-up comedies or anything like that. I really seen him in his movies, but like every time I seen him, to piggyback on what he said, he always give the truth. Either the truth or the joking truth, as you could say. You know what I'm saying? He's very stand-up guy. And I know he's the type of guy, like, he don't give in, you know what I'm saying? He gonna stand on business. That's why he got canceled out. You know what I'm saying?
Like Dave Chappelle. But we gonna go ahead and stand on business. The video is kind of long already. And click and go.
All of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Real shit.
The truth is the light.
I have another one of these.
Amen.
I'm not gonna really stop the video, but I'm gonna speak over it, and I'm gonna say that you see the body language of Katt Williams, how he's sitting.
Right.
He's leaning forward. He's not leaning back. He's leaning forward to let you know he's serious.
One more time.
Like, he's not chilling.
He's sipping and he just like,
we good now?
I'm here.
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a car doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you would tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work.
Make the movie the best you can, you know what I'm saying?
To come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what
Terry Crews, man. I remember him saying something about...
You were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard.
He didn't do nothing about it.
But he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard. Oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said,
you can point somebody out and say why they didn't. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? You got people who stand up. You got people who don't. That you expect.
I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week.
It's real people, real life homeless out there, bro.
Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat
School
Tuesday,
does it every
where
time.
he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Do you know what a plant is?
Fuck out of here.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing?
Ooh.
It didn't happen.
Ooh.
It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
Not just
Like it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case.
I saw him talk about that.
It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because
Shannon Sharp sitting.
No, I had to stop it because let's go back to what G said. How it's what's it called? Bilinguals. He had to stand up right quick.
Yeah.
He had to get up.
Yeah. But you see how Shannon
gotta
Sharp
be
is
a
sitting.
different person than that other
He's more like,
person.
damn.
Yeah, tell you
Damn.
Absolutely.
And he
Damn.
always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So-
All of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that.
We're
I'm
outta
thinking I'm the
there.
only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to you.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down.
Yeah. Hands
Behind
go
my
down.
back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
Damn.
So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Hey,
And he is.
Kendrick Lamar got a line where he say, "You can't act like a bitch that only got Tyler Perry famous." That's tough.
Imagine that.
But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back when we get some...
I want to protect it real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember,
Again.
I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you're talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay.
You had said in 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no.
Hey,
What comes out?
first of all,
Yeah, with it.
homie in the background, you need to be quiet. This ain't your show. We're not here to hear you interview Katt Williams. Who the fuck is even talking in the background?
So you feel like if he got questions, he should be right there in presence.
Don't be talking to me from the sidelines, nigga. That's like you in the sidelines, I'm in the game, nigga. Get your ass on the sidelines.
It's like we're in the game.
Yeah.
Right? And the cameraman in the NFL game throws a flag. Nigga, what are you doing a flag for?
Cameraman, you on the sideline doing these. That's tough.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, "You the cameraman, stop."
Honestly, to be honest with you, see, if he would have did it like that, some people would have took it some type of way, but some people would have understood. But at the end of the day, me personally, I would have probably addressed him outside of him and be like, "Bro, don't ever interrupt."
But you know, Katt don't give a fuck, bro.
No, he don't give a fuck. He gonna respond. I'm talking about Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp should have checked him. Because you not the guy.
Yeah.
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, So if I said the dates wrong,
let's go ahead and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
And Mark Curry also said that Steve Harvey, he charged Steve Harvey up and told him that he was a bitch ass motherfucker for stealing his joke. So there's some truth and there's some, you start to put things together and say, okay, it's more than one person saying this. Something's up. You know what I'm saying? Something's up. You know? People steal lyrics, people steal jokes. It's what happens, man.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
Elon Musk's newest project could determine who becomes extremely wealthy.
That nigga tried. That's plagiarism, nigga.
Yeah, that's how it be, bro.
It's cool. You plagiarize, you get in trouble for that shit. You
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Yeah. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipt for everything I'm telling you.
I would have to take a drink too, bro. Come on, dog.
Gotta get a quick
Come on,
hey,
man.
run up real quick.
Yeah.
Early on, you was a gentleman.
Come on, man.
Man.
It's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's lives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy
Straight up. That's
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
So, you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like, you can't really have types. Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, based off of what he just said, and we're not gonna do the whole thing. If y'all want more, we can just do more. Just let us know based off of this video. But my thing is, so I remember the, Comic View and all that type of shit back in the Gap. And I remember, like, Bernie Mac was the guy. Bernie Mac was getting the flowers. People fuck with Bernie.
For sure.
And I know that Steve Harvey made a joke one time where he said if you won $4 million, that he would be the biggest monkey type nigga that there is out there. Like, and he even made the monkey noises. So he would act like a buffoon, basically. You have to remember what I just said earlier. All jokes contain true shit. And people get to these positions, and basically what they do is they're willing to do whatever they have to do to keep their position. You know, it's a art of war. You don't wait till you get attacked to fight back. You claim what you want, and then you have to basically protect that. It's just like your land or your territory. You're going to protect your land or your territory. You're not going to wait till somebody invades you to try to do something about it. Before they even come, you're going to have barriers and borders set up. You're going to have your warriors set up, ready to go. Yeah. With their straps or whatever, knives, swords, whatever. So with that being said, Katt Williams came to a war against something bigger than just entertainers, something bigger than just comedians and whatever celebrity type shit you want to say. He came against, this is a spiritual thing right here, if you really know. If you really want to know the truth, even that necklace is something that has significance that he's wearing right there for intention. He came with that whole, he came with the whole thing intentionally. Like, everything about this was directed. And because I've seen him talk about his faith before and what he believes, I believe that it was intentional by God to reveal the disgust that he's been seeing, because people aren't going to be honest. But Katt Williams is doing something that a lot of people don't want to do, and that's be honest. Be honest about the shit that people are scared to talk about. And you know why people are scared to talk about it? He said it. Because no one wants to go against no one wants to go against the government. No one wants to go against, by themselves at least, no one wants to go against anything that's an organization by themselves. And if you do, you have to be armed and prepared for people to come at you from different angles or different directions about everything. So you have to be in tune with what you're saying and feel what you're saying. So when Katt Williams came on there, he had a purpose. And a lot of times, based off of just a person's like direction and when they're speaking, you'll be able to tell if someone's just talking just to talk. And Katt Williams, I don't believe he's the person that just talk to talk and hear himself. I feel like he's genuinely telling you these people will have some skeletons in their closets, and some of them are in the closet. But we're just going to say that at the end of the day, I look at it like this. Everybody has a different journey. Like, even Brandon T. Jackson even was saying that Katt Williams was telling him not to wear a dress. Mm-hmm. He wasn't personally calling him and saying don't wear a dress. He was just telling him don't wear the dress. He went up there and put the dress on with Martin Lawrence. He said that after he did that, everything in his life went to hell. It went down. And he said it's because of something spiritual. And it is because at the end of the day, everybody can't do everything. Every person who is anointed in different ways can't do everything. And if you do it, then you're going to find yourself in a position that you don't want to be in. So, with that being said, I know people think it's funny to see a man dress up as a woman. I mean, I know people think it's funny to do these things, but Katt Williams is speaking on this type of stuff, and he's expressing the truth that people need to hear.
You know, if we look at it like how it is, like, let's just say, because even though he exposed whatever, all right, let me start off like this. Whether you believe it or not, you put two to two together. He got receipts. You can't argue with that, right? But what's sad to me is, what's sad to me is, though, regardless, I already know y'all still gonna F with who you F with.
Thank you.
And regardless, let's say Katt Williams just had a regular interview, y'all still would have been talking shit about him. Either or.
Facts. You ain't lying about that, bro. And that's something that people don't want to hear. The truth is the truth.
So, me personally, I'm glad he told the truth. Because rather if he was lying and he buddy, they still talking shit probably about his outfit. Probably talking about where he been in a couple 20, 30, 40 years.
They did talk about his outfit.
Exactly.
Mike Epps said that his jacket was fake.
That's what I'm saying.
People try to clown on you to get the
deflect. Let me ask you something, right? Did he mention Mike Epps?
I think he did.
He did?
I think he did say something about a quick. He didn't say nothing extra about it. I think he mentioned him like slightly.
All right.
He talked about the Friday.
The reason why I asked you that, right, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he didn't get the attention he wanted, right? Mm-hmm. So he wanted to point out him fake, so he can have all the memes on his social media, so he can get his name, bro.
Fake. Yeah. And people will do anything for clout and anything for attention on themselves.
And don't get it twisted. I fuck with Max. That nigga is funny as fuck, bro.
Facts.
But I feel like that was definitely trying to get your name relevant because he didn't mention your name. Like, he mentioned different people longer than others.
Yeah, more.
And he feel like the great him should have been longer, so he came with something to say, yo, I'm a fake. I'm not, man, you gotta look at what it is, bro. A lot of this shit, too, bro, be business moves, bro. Get themselves relevant. It's business move. Everything's run by business and money, bro. Y'all just gotta look at it what it is, too, bro.
That's facts. So,
I'm gonna just say what that was being said. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, yeah, like G said, man, y'all want to see some more of this? I mean, coming to the new year with something different, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see us react to different interviews or anything else? Go ahead and comment. You know what I'm saying? Because we here. We here.
And shout out to the nation, you know what I'm saying? Cal.